On today's podcast, looks like we're getting the band back together. This is Mark Holcomb, the Football Coaches Corner podcast, joined by Kirk Brown, and it's been quite a while since we've been on our podcast. A lot of things have changed. We're just going to kind of do a preview show and talk about some of the things we got planned. I'll go first. I have since the last time we did podcast, I have retired from public schools. Taken a job at a private school, so ended up with about 31 years of coaching and teaching in public school setting, and I'm now through one season and getting ready to start our second fall here and second summer workout before long at a new school, Bishop McGinnis Catholic High School, and just excited about that. So a lot of things have changed on my ends. Coach Brown, what about you?
Yeah, same for me as well. As we got going with the podcast stuff, I moved to Danville, Virginia, where I was coaching at Averett University. Stayed there for 2 years, had a child, but since got out and got back into public school, coaching and teaching. Just finished my first season as a head coach at Tunstall High School right outside of Danville, Virginia. So just like you, coach, getting into my second spring and second summer with those guys, and excited for our second season.
Yeah, yes, sir. Guys, if you've paid attention to the podcast in the past, we've had a lot of good traffic, and for a number of reasons, we stopped doing our podcast, but we want to reboot it. We want to just do a kind of a quick intro show to talk to you a little bit about some of the things that we have, set for the future. We're going to talk about obviously my favorite run, which is counter. So that'll be one of the topics we're going to talk about. Going to talk about some third level RPOs that Coach did while he was at Averett and has done with Tunstall. Also, we're also going to talk about some formation into the boundary stuff, whether it be pass game, run game, some one word play calling stuff. I know there's a lot of stuff out there. And if you are listening to the show or watching the show, we're going to try to do things a little different. We're going to try to do this on YouTube also, along with our podcasting. And so we're going to get into some, diagramming of some plays, some film work, and so try to take this to the next level, I guess you would say. But if you have any questions or anything you'd like us to discuss, obviously we're always open to that. You can email us at fbcoachescorner@gmail.com, and we'll answer your emails. We've still got our website going, Coach. If you want to talk a little bit about the website.
Yeah, so we've updated the website, trying to make it look a little bit more appealing. We've got some new stuff added to the site. Still the same, downloads that we've been on there since around 2020, but we've, added some stuff. Coach has gone to a lot of new clinics, and he's added a bunch of new stuff as well as paid stuff on there, some downloads, film, as well as PowerPoint. So if you're in need of some of that stuff here in the off season, go ahead and check out footballcoachescorner.com for those updates. You'll find the podcast on there. You'll find, a link to our YouTube channel as well as Twitter. So again, that's, ever changing, but just wanted to put that plug out there. Just excited to keep that going as well.
Yep. And again, we want to make this as user friendly as possible for you guys. And, we know there's a lot of things out there, and we don't want to saturate if there's specific things that you want to hear. I know some of the things we talked about in the podcast in the past have been, the tight front. We've talked about, Google Forms, how to use those. And I know Coach is using a lot of different things now too at his school that are on the website. And that, just a lot of information, as much as we can get, being in this for so many years and watching a lot of different things, seeing a lot of different people speak, listening to different podcasts. I don't know about you, Coach, but I don't listen to the radio anymore on the way to work. I'm listening to some kind of podcast. It's
Absolutely.
either something something to do with the Dolphins, or something to do with football, or something to do with leadership, trying to go, just to, learn and better myself. So,
Yep.
Guys, we want to thank you for listening to our first intro back to the Football Coaches Corner podcast. Again, we invite you to subscribe to our YouTube channel or to subscribe to our podcast. Get that downloaded. We'll be coming out with these about once a week, and try to get things going back again. We enjoyed it. Missed the time that we were able to do those things. If you have any questions, again, you'd like to shoot our way, you can do that at our email address, which is fbcoachescorner@gmail.com. We're also on Twitter, so you can DM us on Twitter or any questions that you have. But we want to make this about you. We look forward to working with you, learning together with you. If there's certain people that you'd like, we've had a lot of hosts on a lot of people on the podcast in the past. If there's somebody you'd like for us to have on the podcast, we'll reach out to them and do our best to get them on. But until then, coaches, we want you to continue to coach with pride, passion, and a purpose. Thank you.